Deluxe Lad, and today we're going to call this Finding Out Why My Hose Does Not Work. This applies to low voltage hoses as well as the high voltage hose. Today we happen to have a situation where the switch is faulty, and you might want to order two parts. One might be the pistol grip because you might have broke your housing, and number two would be the wiring for the inside internally on the hose. So I want you to understand that you do not have to throw away your hose. These are serviceable parts that are easy to get by the MD Central Vacuum website, HaidaHose.com. So the first thing that you might end up needing is this right here, the pistol grip handle. Note, this only comes with the pistol grip. It does not come with the switch and the board internally. So if you notice that when you go to plug in your hose, it doesn't turn on, would be your first sign. Well, this one stays in the on position. But if your hose didn't turn on, what you're gonna wanna do is kick it to the side. So you see this? If you can't get the part in, kick it to the side like this. See how it's divided? There's two sides of the system. These are the two low voltage sides of the system. So we're going to do some diagnostics, and we're going to show you what you need to do and able to figure out the problem. If your not Haida hose, but your standard vacuum hose is not working at all, first thing I want you to do is take a look at your switch. See this one, how it's busted? So what you're going to want to do is grab yourself a screw gun. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. And I'm sorry the video's shaky, but you know what? I don't have a cameraman, and I'm not going to buy a thing to show you something that will save you a lot of time. I've done a lot of these in my career. Okay. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there's eight screws. And you're going to grab it, and you're going to pull this out. And be gentle with this stuff. These are very sensitive, okay? So first thing I want you to check to see if your housing's cracked. This one's got a little bit of chipping and stuff, but I think we'll be able to get away with it. Now, you're gonna notice, do not have this plugged in, please, please, please. Because if you have that plugged in, this can have high voltage to it and low voltage. Also check your rings. If they're kind of corroded, you might wanna take a emery cloth and sand them down. So the way that these work is that there's the high voltage side, which is going to be the thicker wires, and the low voltage side is going to be the two yellows. And so where this goes is right in between here. This makes contact. So take very careful note of how everything is assembled. Okay, you're going to reuse this part. Okay, you're going to remove the switch. And I have a feeling the switch is broken on the board. See, this one doesn't want to go over into the power position for the power nozzle. Number one is your low voltage side. Number two is your high power side for your vacuum, okay? This part's roughly around 40 bucks, okay? If your housing is broken, then you would order this. And if this is broken, you're gonna order the whole entire kit. It's going to even come with new screws, so if you lose a screw, you're not completely screwed. No pun intended. So, check and make sure that the housing is in good shape. If the housing is broken, chipped, or damaged, you will have to replace it. I would recommend it. Also, if your clip is missing, just buy the whole new pistol grip. These really aren't that expensive, and it can make your hose last a lot longer. The other thing that you might want to do is if you have a break in your hose, because if, let's say, a pin went through it or your dog chewed it up, I've seen that. I've had that, where it actually will work for a while and then it doesn't work for the customer. So what you're going to want to do is get yourself a voltage tester, okay? And you're going to want to send it to tone. Tone gives you this sound on your multimeter. You don't need to have a fancy, expensive multimeter to do any of this. So if I wanted to test the right-hand side of the vacuum, It's kind of hard to do with one hand, but I'm gonna do it for you guys. So you're gonna test your low voltage side. You're gonna hold that there, and you're gonna go to each of these rings, and we're gonna get a contact. Okay, we have good connection. Now, if you didn't get that, it could be that your hose is damaged. Now, flip it over to the other side and test the ring on this side. The low voltage tends to be on the bottom rings. Uh-oh, it's because of touching the plastic. Make sure you're touching the metal surface. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I've been doing this for years, so see, oh, I was wrong. Uh-oh. See, we got continuity. So we know our low voltage side of our system is actually working. Now, take and grab the end of your power cord, which is gonna be this guy, and you're gonna grab and you're gonna stick one end of the lead. Make sure it's not touching the other side to prevent it from giving you a false reading. Now you're going to check the rings again. See, we do have continuity. Now you're gonna flip it over. See, she uses the heck out of this thing, man. And you can stick it right in there. And just don't, make sure it doesn't touch, and it should be this last ring. Uh-oh. Why are we not? So. Okay, so that tells me we have a faulty hose. Dang, that's a bummer. Because it's not worth fixing. Okay, I accidentally put it on the wrong side. So we already tested this side, which we should not be getting any current back through these. See? But if you do this and you check all these things, you can actually prevent yourself from having to call your dealer out. It's a simple, easy repair that anybody can do with a common bit of knowledge and a couple of tools. This is May. Hi, babies. And I'm going to replace the pistol grip because I'm just going to, because this machine gets used a lot and this button is starting to get a little soft. So you're going to have to pull this out of your 90, put the new end in, and put your new air regulator in there. I like these better because they actually stay on the vacuum end instead of it falling off. I've noticed that these like to go missing. But hopefully this will help you in the situation of diagnosing to see if you have a faulty hose or if you have a faulty switchboard and motherboard. I noticed that a lot of people who tend to drop this like that will break their switch. And as you see, we do not have the switch working due to the fact that the switch will not go into the dual position of the 110 volt side. Now, it might work on the low voltage side, or it might completely stay on, or sometimes it doesn't work at all. But as long as you don't have continuity between these two and you check your rings, you can actually save yourself the headache and the frustration of calling the dealer out, and it'll save you a lot of time. But I'll just give you this just for one more time. This is the control board with the switch and the high voltage. If you have the low voltage, this will apply too, but you will not have the high voltage connection in your central vacuum. So I'm hoping this can help someone in the situation of where they have a hose that's either working or not. But if these are really corroded, I would probably recommend be very careful with this because the wires go in this. So if you start yanking these off, you're gonna destroy it and you're gonna be buying a whole new entire hose end. So please be careful with the brass rings that are inside of this. But if they need to be cleaned, a Brillo pad works wonders to keep these clean, and happy vacuuming. And this also applies for some canisters as well.